Hi folks, we're going to take a look at that challenge question that I gave you from the October 17th worksheet. So here what they ask us to do is they ask us to assume that 2 to the power of a is equal to 5 and 2 to the power of b is equal to 3. And using this knowledge, they want us to determine an expression for log base 3 of 10 in terms of the variables a and b. Okay? Now, I suspect there's a few routes we can take to get there, but let's see if we can try to start this off. Okay, so here I've got these exponential expressions or equations, and I need to turn them into a logarithmic expression. So at some point I know I'm going to have to take the logarithm of at least one of these equations. And I notice here I've got log base 3 of 10. And here I notice I have a 5. So there's a connection between 5 and 10. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. There's no real connection to the number 3, at least not a nice one. I don't want to be multiplying 3 times 3 1/3. So I'm going to focus in on this connection here. So I want to turn this 5 into a 10. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. Okay, and I end up with this becomes 2 to the a plus 1 equals 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, now that I've got this 10 on the right-hand side, I'm looking to come up with an expression for log base 3 of 10. So I'm just going to take log base 3 of both sides of this equation. Okay, so here, and log base 3 of 10. Okay, now I notice that log base 3, and hey, look what I have here. I have a 3. Okay, and I've got 2 there, 2 there. Okay, so I think what I'm going to try to do is see if I can isolate this log base 3 of 2, which I can by using the ski slope rule. So I'm going to bring down that a plus 1. Okay, so I'm left with log base 3 of 2. On the other side, still log base 3 of 10. But now, hey, if I take log base 3 of this equation, okay, the right-hand side's just going to turn into 1. Okay, so let's do that down here. Let me take log base 3 of both sides. Okay, I know log base 3 of 3 is just equal to 1. And here I can use the ski slope rule, bring down the b. And now, look what I have. I have the same expression in both of these sides of the equation. So I now am going to solve for log base 3 of 2. That's just 1 over b. And so now in this equation here, I can replace log base 3 of 2 by 1 over b. So that gives me a plus 1 over b. And of course, what I have on the other side of the equation is just that expression that I was looking for. Okay, and there you have it. There's log base 3 of 10 in terms of a and b. Okay, now again, this is not a type of question where I can give you an algorithm to follow. It really is about looking for patterns. Is to notice here, I've got 10, I've got an input of 10, I have a 5 there, so let me change this equation to generate that 10. Okay, here was noticing that I had a log base 3 of 2, and I had a 2 in that equation with a 3 on the other side, so I could take log base 3 of both sides to generate a log base 3 of 2. Okay, so it really is about just noticing patterns and, of course, understanding your basic rules. Okay, that's it for this one.